Today, we are counting down the top 10 most eye-catching moments from the Eurovision 2025 rehearsals. This is Matt with ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, or at least the one you're currently watching. And let's be honest, that's what really matters. Now, before the comments explode like a poorly timed pyro effect, let me clarify. This isn't about rankings, personal taste, or who's winning the rehearsal buzz or Eurovision. No. This is purely about the moments that made me go, well, that happened. Whether breathtaking, bizarre, or just very Eurovision, these are the things that stuck with me, and honestly, these are the moments we all live for. All right, with that out of the way, let's talk Eurovision. And before we get started, you know the drill. Smash that like button if you enjoy Eurovision, or even if you don't. Some of you are just here to hate watch, and hey, we appreciate the engagement. Algorithms don't judge, and neither do I. Also, subscribe if you're a new person, unless you're a Croatian jury member from 24, in which case we need to have words. No points for Switzerland, I mean, come on. But I digress. Let's get started. Number 10 is Slovenia. The land of stunning landscapes, confusingly good ski jumpers, and now a Eurovision rehearsal moment so wholesome it made my cold, jaded heart grow 3 sizes. Clemens, how much time do we have left is already the most serene 3 minutes of semi-1. No pyrotechnics, no nothing. Just a man, his feelings, and a question we've all asked during a work meeting. But then, the broadcaster and EBU hit us with a spin. The camera rotates around Clemen like he's the protagonist in a romantic drama, which technically he is. And suddenly, there is his wife, stepping into frame like an emotional ambush. And she leans into him, they lock eyes, and boom! Instant goosebumps. It's a masterclass in subtle storytelling, especially when you know the song's about her and her surviving a life-threatening illness. Way to weaponize love, Slovenia. And in a rehearsal week often dominated by how many dancers can fit on a treadmill, this is quiet. It's a perfect reminder of why Eurovision can still punch you right in the feels. Now, speaking of treadmill, here's my number 9, Armenia. And because Eurovision loves a gimmick it can reuse until the warranty expires, Armenia's Parg decided to take the concept of running for your life literally. Most artists casually stroll on these things, but not our Parg. Oh no. He sprints like he's late for his own Eurovision final. Slides backwards, the energy is chaotic, the camera filter looks like it was borrowed from a Call of Duty cutscene, and honestly, respect. Sure, treadmills aren't new. Looking at you, Sweden 2017, but Parg's execution is less leisurely jog and more Olympic qualifier, and let's be real, the shirtless reveal was inevitable. Eurovision's law requires at least one artist to sacrifice their dignity for the televote. Now, Parg didn't just meet expectations, he sprinted past them, literally. Now, whether this translates to votes remains to be seen, but as a demonstration of cardio commitment, it's a gold medal moment. In 8th place, Latvia. While other countries were busy reinventing the treadmill, you said, let's just summon the ancient spirits instead. Tautamitas brought 6 forest fairies, an ethereal curtain, and a song that's, let's be real, it isn't exactly topping the Eurovision bobs for your pre-game playlist charts, and yet I was transfixed. The song itself feels like a mystical incantation, but the visuals elevated into something hypnotic. Sure, it won't have the casual fans humming along, but as a masterclass in staging so good it makes you forget the song has zero pop structure, it's a triumph. Also, if any of these women offer you a mysterious potion, just drink it. No questions asked. Number 7, Malta. Malta never want to shy away from bold choices. Miranda Conte, she took the phrase serving looks and ran with it straight to the nearest burlesque review. Now, we all knew serving was going to be cheeky, but I didn't expect literal cheeks. to be the star of the show. The LED backdrop is basically a wall of derrières, naked burlesque legs for days, cascading like some kind of high-definition, slightly not safe for work screensaver. And look, I'm no prude, but even I had to pause and go, is this a song performance or an avant-garde art installation about temptation? Now, Mirjana herself, she's giving fierce energy. But let's be real, Europe's eyeballs are going to be divided. Will the juries dock points for the excessive cheekiness? Will the televoters be too distracted to even remember the song? Either way, Malta's commitment to go big or go home is, well, served. See what I did there? Number 6 is Cyprus. And Cyprus said, hold my scaffolding, and delivered what might be the most architecturally ambitious performance of the year. Theo Evan and his dancers aren't just on stage, they are part of the stage, suspended between two metal structures like human bridge cables. It's like Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man if Da Vinci had access to industrial rigging and a very trusting insurance provider. Now, before anyone asks, no, they're not naked, unlike the Vitruvian Man. At least not yet, we've only seen 30 seconds. For all we know, the final act involves a dramatic reveal and a shocked gasp from the EBU censors. Kidding. Probably. But even in this snippet, the visuals are striking, literally hanging the artist kind of like mid-air to mirror the song's tension. It's bold, it's risky, and it is exactly the kind of how did they even think of this moment that makes Eurovision rehearsals so addictive to me. And if the rest of the performance maintains this level of drama, I don't know, Cyprus might just hang on to those televotes. You're welcome, I'll be here all week. Number 5, it's Austria. And Austria looked at this year's Eurovision color palette, neon, glitter, and more neon, and said, no thanks, we'll take the film student option, and JJ's fully black and white performance is either a stroke of genius or an expensive gamble. But you've got to respect the audacity. The opening alone is pure drama, a paper boat defying physics and possibly the EBU's budget, as it floats ominously over JJ's hand like a metaphor for lost love, or maybe just lost Wi-Fi signal. Either way, it's striking. The whole thing feels less like a live performance and more like a 1920s silent film that somehow stumbled into a pop competition. And honestly, I'm here for it. Will it connect with the voters, used to explosions of color? Who knows? But as a moody cinematic flex, it's already one of the most memorable choices this year. Also, if that boat doesn't make a reappearance in the final moment, I'm writing a complaint. Number 4, Australia. And Australia looked at Eurovision's history of subtle sexual innuendos and said, hold my milkshake. Gojo isn't just singing about dairy products, he's living the metaphor complete with a 12-foot blender that somehow doubles as a teleportation device. 1 second he's singing, the next poof, smoke machine goes off and bam, new outfit. That's not how appliances work, but then again, this isn't just a kitchen gadget, it's clearly powered by pure Eurovision magic. Now, let's address the elephant in the blender. Yes, the whole thing is one giant wink at the camera. Between the suggestive lyrics and the fact that Gojo literally steps inside the metaphor, this is either the cheekiest or most concerning cooking demonstration ever televised. But that is exactly why it works. It's so over the top that you can't help but grin. Will it blend with the juries? Who knows? But for sheer commitment to the bit, this deserves a golden whisk. Number 3, Serbia. Serbia looked at Eurovision's rulebook and said, where does it say the artist has to stand during the big climax? Princess Mila is already a stunning Balkan ballad, but then, just when you think it can't get more dramatic, his backup dancers grab him by the feet and drag him across the stage like a human welcome mat. And not some gentle romantic drag, here is the kicker. Prince keeps singing flawlessly while being yanked like a suitcase with wonky wheels, and it's so extra, so unapologetically theatrical, and yet it works. Most artists would struggle to hit a note while sitting comfortably, but Prince out here turning horizontal vocal acrobatics into Olympic sport. If this doesn't at least win the most likely to inspire a telenovela cliffhanger award, we will riot. Don't sleep on Serbia unless you're Prince, who's clearly practicing lying down, but that's a different story. Number 2 is Poland. And Poland just casually dropped the most cinematic moment of Eurovision 25 in my book, and I'm still not over it. Justina is defying gravity like it's a minor inconvenience. 1 second, she's singing. The next, she is rappelling into the arena on 2 ropes like she's late for a very, very dramatic meeting. And then, just when you think it can't get any more extra, a dragon the size of a budget hotel erupts onto the LED screen. And this isn't just a backdrop, y'all. It's like a full attack. The beast lunges at her, consumes the stage, and then materializes on the floor from what I can see. And the sheer audacity of it all. The ropes, the vocals, the fire-breathing commitment to the fantasy. And if this isn't the clip they use in the recap at the show, the producers are criminally underutilizing dragons. And number 1 on the list is France. And holy forking sandballs. France didn't just arrive at Eurovision 25, they rewrote the laws of physics and then built the EBU for damages. Maman was already a heart-stopping ballad, but the staging, sweet merciful crumbs. Picture this, a pitch-black stage. Luane standing alone, casually singing like an angel while an entire desert falls from the ceiling around her. Not a sprinkle, not a hint. No, a full-blown sandstorm, like someone tipped over the hourglass from every Doctor Who episode at once. I'm a fan, sorry. And she's just vibing, as if being buried alive by a beach is just a Tuesday for her. It's art, it's chaos, it's magic, and somehow her voice never wavers. If this doesn't win the contest, it'll at least win most likely to haunt my dreams in the best way. So France raised the bar and then threw it into a sandblaster. And there you have it, the top 10 Did That Really Just Happen moments from this year's rehearsals. Did your favorite make the cut? Scream at me in the comments, smash that like button if your jaw dropped at least once, and subscribe so you don't miss our live reactions when these acts hit the real stage. This is Matt with ESC United. Until next time, keep believing in the magic of poorly timed pyro and questionable wardrobe choices. Bye.